In this edition of Gusau Files, Governor Lawal wants bandits to surrender unconditionally as Defense Headquarters establishes Operation Safe Corridor in Zamfara. Governor Lawal flags off 4.48 billion naira Gusau ultra-modern market construction. And government inaugurates Sustainable Drug Supply System Committee. These and lots more coming up in a moment. Let's dive into security updates. The Defense Headquarters has launched Operation Safe Corridor in northwestern Nigeria, with its headquarters right in Safi, Zamfara State. The mission? To tackle insecurity by rehabilitating and reintegrating former terrorists who decide to lay down their arms and start fresh. During the handover of the operational base, Governor Lawal didn't mince words. His administration is all in on fighting crime and restoring peace. He also sent a strong message to bandits: surrender unconditionally or face the consequences. A bold move for a safer Zamfara. Operation Safe Corridor is a specialized military initiative designed to offer a pathway for former insurgents and bandits to reintegrate into society. The operation is structured around 5 key components: disarmament, demobilization, de-radicalization, rehabilitation, and reintegration. The program has been successfully implemented in the Northeast, targeting Boko Haram defectors, and is now being expanded to the Northwest to address the ongoing security crisis in states like Zamfara, Kebbi, Katsina, Sokoto, and Kaduna. Speaking at the event, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, who was represented by the Chief of Training and Operation at Defense Headquarters, Major General Emeka Onomajuro, stressed the significance of the initiative in curbing terrorism and banditry through rehabilitation.
So I want to briefly introduce Operation Safe Corridor so we all can clearly understand why we're here today. Operation Safe Corridor is a non-kinetic line of operation focused on 5 major components: disarmament, demobilization, de-radicalization, rehabilitation, and also reintegration of combatants who are ready and are willing to surrender. First, it provides a path to peace and reintegration. What stops so many people from surrendering is the fear of unknown. If I give up my weapon, what next?
Similarly, the representative of the National Security Advisor, Ambassador Meiro Abbas, urged state governments to create a center for the families of those willing to surrender, for them to be de-radicalized and rehabilitated.
I want to appeal to His Excellency that as we commence the implementation of DDR program in the camp, we also need to take cognizance of what becomes of the wives and the children of those repentant clients. The state would need to have a holding center where the Women Affairs Ministry could be empowered to also give them some sort of re-radicalization rehabilitation, because having lived with the fighters or the main culprits, they also have some kind of ideas of radicalization of criminal tendencies within them. So it is for us to try as much as possible to also de-radicalize them and rehabilitate them so that they become responsible citizens of this country once more.
In his keynote address, Governor Lawal acknowledged the potential benefit of Operation Safe Corridor. He maintained that his administration would not engage in any form of dialogue or negotiation with terrorist groups. However, he emphasized that his government is open to accepting any bandit willing to surrender their arms unconditionally.
I wish to restate once more the commitment of our administration to support this initiative and other effective tactics used in taking this fight to the bandits' enclave until they are all effectively routed, decimated, and dominated. But to those who intend to surrender their arms, unconditionally and willingly they are free to do so. Unconditionally. No condition whatsoever.
The establishment of Operation Safe Corridor in the Northwest is expected to complement ongoing military operations aimed at restoring peace and stability in the region. With the headquarters now in Zamfara state, security stakeholders are hopeful that the program will help reduce violence and reintegrate ex-fighters who are ready to abandon criminality. And now to some exciting economic news. Governor Lawal has just launched the construction of the 4.48 billion naira Gusau ultra-modern market, a game-changing project set to breathe new life into Zamfara State's economy and commercial scene. At the groundbreaking ceremony in Gusau, the heart of Zamfara State, Governor Lawal doubled down on his promise to drive economic growth, create jobs and bring back the state's thriving commercial reputation. Big moves are happening, and this is just the beginning. The Gusau market, which was once a major hub for trade and economic activities in Zamfara state, was gutted by fire several years ago, leading to massive losses for traders. Despite its economic significance, the market had been abandoned by previous administrations, leaving business owners struggling with inadequate facilities and makeshift trading conditions. Governor Lawal has officially flagged off the reconstruction of the Gusau ultra-modern market, a project valued at 4.48 billion naira, aimed at restoring the state's lost commercial strength and providing a conducive environment for businesses to thrive. In his welcome address, the Zamfara State Commissioner for Commerce and Industry, Abdul Rahman Tumbido, provided a detailed breakdown of the market's cost and proposed structure.
The gross development cost of the project is to the tune of 4 billion naira, 488,569,008 naira 87 kobo. Binet Global Ventures Limited are providing a share equity of 60%, amounting to 2,693,141,405 naira 32 kobo. While the State government is also to provide both cash and equity, cash and land, amounting to 1,795,427,603.54 kobo.
Speaking at the event, Governor Lawal emphasized the importance of providing a conducive environment for businesses to thrive, stressing that the new market would serve as a hub for traders and investors across the region.
We understand that this change may temporarily affect some businesses, but it is a necessary step towards sustainable economic growth. I assure you that the government will do everything to protect and support your businesses. You have placed in your trust in us, and inshallah, we will not let you down. I therefore take this opportunity to inform the business community in Zamfara State that my administration has put in place a robust plan to support business growth in Zamfara State.
The governor proceeded to perform the groundbreaking ceremony. The project is expected to boost local businesses, attract investors, and generate revenue for the state while improving the ease of doing business for entrepreneurs and traders. Shifting our focus now to youth development, Zamfara State Governor Lawal has announced a commendable initiative to recognize and reward outstanding members of the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC). Those who have shown exceptional dedication and performance during their 1 year in the state will be honored for their contributions. This move underscores the administration's commitment to encouraging excellence and motivating young individuals to make meaningful impact in their communities. The governor made the announcement during the closing ceremony of the 2024 BATC Stream 2 orientation course at the NYSC Temporary Orientation Camp, UBEC Training Center in Gusau, the state capital. The closing ceremony of the 2024 BATC Stream 2 National Youth Service Corps Orientation Course was marked by a colorful passing out parade, with Governor Lawal serving as the reviewing officer. His arrival at the orientation camp signaled the commencement of the well-coordinated march past by Corps members dressed in their NYSC ceremonial kits, showcasing their discipline and readiness to serve the nation.
From the Taraba State University is from...
The parade served as a symbolic farewell to the 3-week intensive orientation program, which prepared them for their year-long national service in various sectors across Zamfara state. In his remarks, the NYSC State Coordinator, Mohammed Ahmed, highlighted the various activities undertaken during the orientation program, including leadership training, skills acquisition, and community development projects, among others.
The corps members gained valuable knowledge on skills through the week-long skills acquisition and entrepreneurship development program in over 15 skill sets on camp. They acquire skills in various areas like ICT, agro-allied business, ceramics and construction, food processing, preservation, fashion designing, among others.
Addressing the corps members, Governor Lawal commended them for their resilience and enthusiasm throughout the 3-week orientation program. He emphasized the importance of the NYSC scheme in fostering national unity and development, urging the corps members to contribute meaningfully to their host communities during their service here.
We will also continue to improve the facilities at the orientation camps to create a more conducive learning and training environment. Finally, I wish to assure you that those who distinguish themselves during the service year will be duly recognized and rewarded. I have no doubt that you will all make us proud, as I've seen which you just demonstrated. Once again, I congratulate you on this successful completion of this orientation course.
The event marked the conclusion of the 3-week orientation exercise, with corps members set to be deployed to various locations across the state for their primary assignments. You're watching Gusau Files. More stories when we return. To join us again. Welcome back. And still talking about the future, our youth, the Zamfara state government is doubling down on its promise to empower young people, rolling out a wave of new initiatives to tackle some of their biggest challenges: unemployment, limited access to education, and financial hurdles. The State Commissioner for Youth and Sports Development, Tasiu Musa Shinkafi, made the exciting announcement during the launch of the 2025 Youth Assembly of Nigeria YAN Zamfara State Chapter in Gusau. It's all about creating opportunities and setting the stage for a brighter tomorrow. Youth from across the 14 local government areas of Zamfara State gathered here in Gusau for the inauguration of the Youth Assembly of Nigeria Zamfara State Chapter. This assembly is part of efforts to foster unity and inclusiveness among the youths of the state.
Today marks a significant milestone in our collective journey. As young leaders, as we gather here for the inauguration of the Youth Assembly of Nigeria, we celebrate the power of youth voice, the resilience of our spirit, the bounds, the boundless potential that lies within us. As the Youth Assembly of Nigeria is a legislative body, Youth Assembly of Nigeria is committed to addressing the pressing issues that affected our generation.
The event also featured a guest lecture by Dr. Aminu Lawal, who urged the government to continue empowering youths in the state.
Youth require capacity building. They have the capacity, but it only needs to be enhanced. And that process of enhancing that capacity depends on the government itself. And therefore, it will benefit from the processes of bringing them together. Finally, sustainability and continuity. There should be, for example, initiatives that will ensure sustainable and continuous inclusion of youth in governance.
We therefore appeal to the government to consider bringing youth closer to its folds so as to fully harness our full potentials and ensure sustainable development in the state. As you all know, youth are the bedrock and the cornerstone of any socio-economic development. We are the future of this country, and that the future is now. Therefore, we are ready to take on the challenge in building a better, prosperous, and more solidary Zamfara state together.
In his keynote address, the Zamfara State Commissioner for Youth and Sport, Tasiu Shinkafi, highlighted the establishment of skills acquisition centers across the state's 3 senatorial zones as a cornerstone of the government's youth empowerment strategy. He added that these centers will provide training in ICT, vocational skills, and business development to enhance the employability of young people across the state.
Our administration is also revitalizing sport infrastructures across the state and is committed to grassroots talent development in football, athletics, and other sport activities. In this year, the Zamfara state government will construct a stadium, senatorial districts in our senatorial district, 3 senatorial districts. And we are going to construct the ICT centers for the use of all the 3 senatorial districts.
The event marked a significant milestone in youth empowerment and leadership development in Zamfara State, with the newly inaugurated YAN executives poised to champion the cause of young people and contribute to the state growth and prosperity.
And National Youth Summit on Security and Economy in Abuja.
Big news for education in Zamfara. The State Ministry of Education, teaming up with the Agile Product, had just wrapped up a 2-day training session for second-gen education facilitators. The goal? To arm these facilitators with the tools they need to teach literacy, numeracy, vocational skills, reproductive health, and even digital literacy. It's all about giving out of school teens, especially girls, a shot at quality education and empowerment, a huge step forward for learning and opportunity in the state. Second Chance Education is a non-formal education program designed to reintegrate out-of-school girls into learning environments where they can acquire literacy, numeracy, vocational skills, reproductive health knowledge, and digital literacy. The program is designed to support adolescent girls and young women who missed out on formal education due to various socio-economic challenges. The initiative seeks to bridge the learning gap by providing alternative learning pathways and equipping beneficiaries with relevant life skills for self-reliance.
Rest assurance, Second Chance Education under the administration of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Zamfara State, Dr. Lawal, through the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, under the leadership of our Honorable Commissioner, Malam Wadatau Madawaki, offers these girls a lifeline to gain literacy, digital skills, vocational training to empower them for a better future.
Speaking at the opening ceremony, the Zamfara State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Wadato Madawaki, emphasized the importance of continuous capacity building for facilitators, ensuring they are well prepared to mentor and educate young learners effectively.
If the girl is given quality education, especially if she is provided with skills that will assist her in contributing her own quota into the upkeep of the home, then she will also assist the husband in ensuring that the house is kept intact.
The Deputy Project Coordinator of Agile, Dr. Sali Sudal Hatil, highlighted the project's commitment to promoting inclusive education, particularly for marginalized girls in rural communities.
Yeah, there has been a training manual curriculum for the second chance education opportunities, and therefore the participants selected to benefit from this intervention have to be trained by facilitators. So these facilitators are selected across the 14 LGAs of the state, 75 of them.
The training is expected to have a lasting impact on education accessibility and empowerment for adolescent girls in Zamfara State, contributing to the overall goal of reducing the rate of out-of-school children and promoting lifelong learning opportunities. And finally, in a major move to boost healthcare services, the Zamfara State Government, via the Drugs and Medical Consumables Management Agency DMA, has launched the Sustainable Drug Supply System Committee and pre-qualified suppliers for the SDSS. This initiative is all about making sure quality medicines and medical supplies are readily available statewide, aligning with the government's goal of achieving universal health coverage. It is a big step forward in ensuring better health access for everyone in Zamfara State. A sustainable drug supply system, SDSS, is a structured approach to ensuring the continuous availability, affordability, and quality of essential medicines in healthcare systems. It plays a crucial role in strengthening public health by preventing stock outs, reducing counterfeit medicines, and enhancing access to life-saving drugs. In his welcome address, the Executive Secretary of the DMA, Pharmacist Sani Bello, emphasized the importance of a reliable and sustainable drug supply system in achieving global health standards. He stressed that the availability of quality medicine is critical to improving healthcare outcomes and ensuring the well-being of Zamfara residents.
As we all know, the availability of quality medicines is a critical pillar in achieving universal health coverage. This exercise is not just a routine administrative process, but a fundamental step in ensuring that only companies with the highest standards of safety, efficacy, and compliance are entrusted with the supply of pharmaceuticals to our health.
While inaugurating the committee, the Zamfara State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Nafisa Maradon, reiterated the state government's commitment to ensuring that only the highest quality of medicines are supplied to healthcare facilities across the state. She noted that the SDSS initiative is part of the government's broader strategy to strengthen the healthcare system and improve service delivery.
The committee will also work closely with relevant stakeholders to create a framework for monitoring and evaluating drug supply process to avoid any compromise that could undermine the health of our people. Furthermore, I want to take this opportunity to assure all stakeholders that the Zamfara State Government is working diligently to ensure sufficient capitalization funding for Drug Management Agency to guarantee uninterrupted supply of quality drugs across the state.
The newly inaugurated committees are tasked with creating a robust framework for monitoring and evaluating the drug supply process. They will work closely with relevant stakeholders, including regulatory agencies and pharmaceutical suppliers, to ensure that the procurement, distribution, and use of medicines meet the highest standards of quality and safety. And that's all we have on this edition of Gusau Files. Join us again next time.